Oh.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Looked like it kicked us out there for a second. But we're back. We're watching the B-side semi-final here. Winner of this is going to play Clint Gamble to try to get to the final. Once again, guys, apologize for the feed dropping there.
Don't know what happened with that, but
Not sure. But we're back. Johnny's played a little chip safe, trying to contain Steven here. But I don't know if he's maybe left this little two-rail kick here. You never like playing safe when the guy's got a ball over the pocket, but I don't know if Johnny had much of a choice there.
play this with top left and down a little bit to try to curve it around if you have to.
Yeah, extremely tough on that angle to get it to work. You might just be able to play this natural and off that top rail. And he tried to curl it a little, but that's just a really tough shot. Smart play by Johnny there, though, to make Steven kick at that ball. He needed to open that hole, so it looks like he has. Play both these balls downtown. Looks like that 15-11 combo in the bottom left corner is pretty wired up. Might play it now. I like playing it now. These guys crack me up. They think they know what deflection is, but they're not quite sure yet.
No. Should stream that.
Should stream the practice shots.
Steve and Joe playing around on a 9-foot.
Not quite full understanding of, when you jump out of your shoes, drop your shoulder and all kinds of stuff, then it's going to deflect.
Yeah. Nice smooth stroke.
Jerry, you got it, buddy. First set of the final will be played on the 9-footers, 9-ball.
Where's John from? John's from Calgary.
If it does go to a second set, it'll be played on the 7-footers.
Yeah, John is from Calgary. He's teammates with Steven and Ben.
Johnny Pay-Pompey, he's originally from Thunder Bay.
Yeah. But living in Calgary here.
He's lived in Calgary for quite a while. I know he lived in Victoria for a while. He lived in Toronto for a while. Pretty well traveled, this Pay-Pompey. And he travels a ton playing pool.
Oh, he's been to China a couple times.
Yeah, he's all over the map. You make a ball there? He's still at the table, so I assume he did. Looks like a pretty good table here to take a 4-2 lead. Like these are big moments. Johnny P trying to snap off the champ. Steven won this tournament last year. He's looking to defend.
He overrolled that.
Oh, that's extremely misplayed.
Now he's running into that 11 ball.
Yeah, now he's crashing. Should work out okay because that 5's a nice little saver over there.
Oh,
he's got a big pocket. He got perfect on the 2.
Yeah.
He may have bumped the 11 in the way of the 4, though. See what he does here. I don't know if that 4 goes in the top left now.
Yes, it does.
So we'll see if he
stood up and took a look at it.
Steph came over to tell us it was 3-2 for Johnny.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Good thing.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure we had it right.
Yep.
We got it. 3-2. Johnny Pay Pompey playing Stephen Holem in the B semifinals. Winner's going to play Clint Gamble to get back to Russ.
Well, these guys are teammates.
Yeah, it was kind of an unfortunate draw because I ran into Stephen last night, pretty early, and then Joe ran into Johnny, and now Johnny and Stephen are playing. It's like we all had to knock each other out.
What were you trying to do there?
He should have been trying to go into the 13, but he was just trying to pick the window, and I think that was a little too risky.
Yeah. That's going to be 3-3, I think, unless he comes up with something spectacular here.
And there's nothing really good here. I mean, yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah. The spin off the bottom rail on the bottom of our screen here with siding, that doesn't work. Could see
you have 2 rails into it.
You might even left. Just see him. Yeah, he's looking at something crazy here. Maybe that 2 rails, top rail, side rail, and cut it in the side. That's about all he has. Yeah, there you go, Jerry. Sharon wanted to know any thoughts as to who might win, and Jerry said the one who misses the least.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'd do without that Jerry Kyan, smart guy.
Good hit, but he's not going to like the outcome of this.
He sold the farm, yeah. I think Steven can even see the 11 ball here if he likes it. If not, he'll shoot the 14 by the 15 in the top right.
He's got the 11.
Easiest way to find out is when they shoot it.
Yeah. Well, this table's way behind us. And off to the left,
I wouldn't keep standing up like that, though. Catch one of these guys shooting towards you, and they're going to throttle you.
Yeah. Oh, they're shooting away.
I think for the next match, we'll try to move some stuff around and maybe get one more camera on this table. We can swivel one for sure and get another angle. So
yeah, we're going to do that. That's easiest.
This is a pretty good picture here. This looks nice.
What's that? Yeah. Because I want some garbage.
Now we got Mr. Zemp on the job. He's going to maybe twist that other camera over, see if we can get a second angle. That looks like Steven should clean this up to go 3-3. Shoot this, then he'll shoot the 12 in the bottom right, stop shot, shoot the 13 in the side. Mark his game. He's going to be breaking next, too. Possibly a gigantic mistake from John Pay Pompey there. Could be very, very costly. I mean, a 4-2 or 3-3 when you're playing a player of this ability is a massive swing. Stun this over, shoot the 8 in the same pocket.
Tilt it up.
Sorry, guys, we're just trying to reset that camera, too. I'll get Ryan to mark the score. We're just trying to do a million things at once here. Nonetheless, 3-3, Stephen and John pay Pompey. We do got another angle. I mean, it's not doing us many favors, this other angle. I think the one we're watching here is probably going to be the best. Might see the odd shot where that other angle helps. Could be the break shot here, actually. Little side view here for you guys. Let's see what the break looks like. He crushes it down the middle. Does he make one? Does he want to make one? Look at the cue ball. Tight to that ball. I don't know if this 6 goes on the side. Johnny's shooting it pretty quick, although he shoots everything pretty quick. Rolls it and horns it. He was Tiger Woods on that ball, already walking to the next shot, you know.
Did Stephen get married? Don't think so.
No. Did Tom Joyce get married yet? I know Jackson Clifford's getting married this year in Vegas. Jackson and Stephanie Ho. John PPP's Fargo is only 652. Is that right? It is, Rob. Johnny's had a couple of tough tournaments. Otherwise, that Fargo could be a lot higher.
Should be. He should be closer to the 700.
Yeah, absolutely. Except missing balls like that 6 in the side is one of the reasons.
Yeah.
Fantastic player, though. Johnny's also a pretty good snooker player as well. He's playing in the snooker league here in Calgary.
That and Chinese 8-ball. He has been over there and competed a couple times.
He
China.
has.
Yeah.
Stevens looking good here to get this to 4-3. It will be Johnny's break next, so this is still anyone's match. Giving this one the long look. He's thinking about shooting this 2 first. He doesn't like the angle on the 5, and he wants to save the 6 over the side for later on. And I think that's the 1 ball down here near these 2 stripes on the bottom left of your screen. He wanted to get on the 5 there, and he didn't, so he's going to shoot the 6, then the 1 if the 1 ball goes. He could still shoot the 5 here, but he's losing that cue ball a bit.
Yeah.
Do we find it easier or harder to play on 7-footers compared to 9-footers? Definitely harder to play on the 9-footers. That goes without saying.
Yep.
They are bigger. The pockets play a little trickier because they're further away. And you got to move that cue ball around a lot more, so you got to have a full stroke for those 9-footers. Bar box here, you can get away with a little jabby stroke quite often. Steven is going to play this 5, and it looks like he's loading up to hit this underneath it. Draws around as he overhit it. He has. He wanted to be on the 7. He's going to have to shoot the 6 first here. This is all depending on if that one ball even goes. Oh, it's not the one ball.
It's
The 9 ball. It's so hard to see from
that angle.
From that PTZ, which is weird. Usually it's easier to see on the PTZ. Yeah, he's played that to absolute perfection. Like how he stays down on the ball like that till the cue ball's done rolling. It's part of the reason Steven plays so good is because he always stays down on the ball so well. Over-exaggerated at times like there, but that's what his training tells him to do.
Who's the favorite here? It can go either way, but I think Steven had to be the slight edge.
Oh, in this match for sure. Right now, the favorite to win the tournament's Russ Whittle. But as you can see, this kid's got plenty of game. Very capable of coming back to win twice in the final. He's the defending champ. He did it last year. He won twice. Stays down nicely through that ball as well. 4-3 lead, Mr. Holem. Only a couple matches left, guys, to get in on this. Viewer advantage shopping spree. $700 Canadian any way you want it. Doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, and our great sponsors. Jacoby, Jam Up, Thumper, Brutal, or JB.
Johnny Pompey to break here. He's going to break second ball, so this might actually be better from the other angle here. Johnny's got a really nice second ball break. As you can see there, he spreads the balls nice. He makes a ball a good percentage of the time. The nice thing I find about that second ball is you very rarely scratch. It's like 1 in 50. Maybe 1 in 40 breaks that you'll scratch.
You take an action if Russ and Steven are in it.
Am I taking action? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, Timothy. Good morning, Mark from Guam. Thanks for tuning in, sir. Everyone else out there with your volume on, click that share button for us.
Yeah, we're at 200. Let's see if we can get to 300.
Yeah, we got 200 on the Facebook. We got 80 on the YouTube, so we're sitting steady around 300. Be nice to get these semifinals and the finals up over the 500 mark, you know, somewhere around the 1,000 mark for these fantastic players. At a pretty important tournament to all these guys that are left. It's
Barry was a
Barry's
well-loved man in the pool community here in Calgary.
Well, and all over the country. I know Clint definitely knew him as well.
Yeah.
Barry was a pretty well-traveled player around Canada and to Vegas a handful of times for some big events there. Most notably, the VNEA Masters team event that we still play in his memory. Won that event 3 years in a row. Barry's team. Look out if you guys draw that team in a tournament, let me tell you.
Tough. Well, you guys got 4 pro-level players on there out of the 5.
Yeah. There's 7 of us on that team, but, I mean, there was 6 last year. So 4 out of the 6 anyway.
Yep.
4 out of the 7 now. James says, take the money wrapped up in a JB case with a Jacoby Q in it. 700's not going to quite do that for you.
Yep.
You could get a Jacoby Q, a JB case, but you might need to throw in like a little bit extra. We did have somebody say they'll take the money. That is not an option.
No.
You do have to spend it on our sponsors.
We're here to support our sponsors as they support us.
Part of the reason we stopped giving away the cash is because we want you guys to support our sponsors here. Got the score right there now. It is 4-4, race to 6. Anyone's game here, folks. You're wondering what Mr. Holem here is playing with. It is the Jacoby Black. You guys might have just watched the A-side final. That's what Russ Whittle was playing with as well. It's also what I play with, what Ryan plays with, Grant plays with. Lots of good players. Larry Walper, you might have got to watch him a couple weeks ago. snap off the Dave Senior Memorial. Larry Walper did.
All because of that shaft.
James, we said take it any way you want it, but nowhere on there does it say you can take the cash. And also 700 is not going to be quite enough to get, you know, a Jacoby and a case. Like I said, you might need to throw in an extra few bucks there. Steven scratches, look at this.
Oh,
Johnny P with ball in hand, and then he's going to break to win the match if he gets out here.
yeah.
This is monumental for Mr. Pépompi. He's already snapped off one of his teammates, Hill, Joe Spence. Looking at sending another teammate to the wayside. What's up, Guy? Nicklin? Liam wants to know how much would it cost to buy a Jacoby Black? Sort of depends where you live there, Liam, but I think you're from Red Deer, if my memory serves me correctly. So what
I
is
believe
the...
we're at $475 US.
No, we're not.
Is it?
I don't think so, but pretty sure we're at, you know, no point quoting a U.S. price either to Liam, who lives in
Yeah.
Red Deer, but it would be around, yeah, 640 Canadian, I believe. Tony's correct there. They do make shafts for every queue there, Guy Nicklin, and you can get one through us. We do get a little bit of a deal on those, so...
Yeah, ordered through us, we get a little better timeline. We include shipping and the duty, which you would pay if you order through Jacoby, and you'd wait a little longer.
Can you believe this noob over here practicing jump shots? Joe Spence. What a noob. If Len saw him doing that, he'd throttle him. Red Deer, I was correct. Shoot us a message, Liam or Guy. If you got anyone else out there is interested, shoot us a message. Make sure you get your hands on one of those. Johnny chipping some balls out there. He got the 3 out nicely. Not a whole lot of work to do here, but the 8 ball could be a little bit tough if he doesn't get perfect on that 6. Assuming that's the 6. Probably isn't. It is. Look at that. It's the 6.
Oh,
This is not an easy shot anyway. He's got to deal with this problem first. Rolling that in. Holding the cue ball nicely. Good shot there from Mr. Pépompi. Yeah, sure, Guy. You're snapping off tournaments left, right, and center there, bud.
what's the standard length? I think it's 29 inches.
Yeah, 29 or 28, I think, actually. 28 sounds a little more correct.
Is it?
But I know they will build some longer ones at special request. Good shot there from Johnny. Looks like he's got himself enough angle to just go forward one rail. Spin that cue ball to the left side rail. Shoot the 8 in the top right. Just doesn't want to scratch. He's got a little closer than he probably intended. What's up, Darcy? Johnny Pépompi in the house, up 5-4 on Stephen Holem and breaking to win the match.
Wow.
Johnny P in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, John comes through and wins this. His Fargo will take a big change.
Oh, absolutely it will. Another great
He's
product here is the Thumper Jump Break. You guys, if you want to get your hands on one of these two, you can shoot us a message. We'll hook you up.
Yeah, he's running through 700 Fargo-rated players right now.
Yeah, Johnny's got this second ball break dialed in too, so if he can make a ball here, I mean, he's a big favorite to win this match now. For sure, Guy Nicklin. Anytime, buddy. Oh, this is all one-sided. Look at all the balls go to the left. He made one, though. He made one, and these guys are so good, it doesn't matter what the table looks like. They can pick it apart.
What do you like here so far? Low ball?
Tough ball's the 7 for
Yeah.
sure. Stripes is a little bit tough with where the 7 is, so I do like low ball at first glance. Wonder if he can shoot the 3 and somehow get in there to shoot the 7 next. If he can just deal with that problem right now, then he will. That's what he's going to try to do, is maybe run into the 12 here. That's what he did, and that's not a bad shot at all. He's got these balls in a spot where when he shoots the 4, he should be able to nudge into the 13 to get shape on the 7. Great chance for Johnny to close it out here. But he's mishit this ball. He's extremely mishit it. I don't think he's on this 2 ball here. He's not, as that angle shows us. So he'll be shooting the 5, and this is like a bank shot or a safe. I don't know if cutting this is
I don't know where you really play safe here either.
Very tough to play safe. You might be able to just thin the left side of it and try to freeze up on that 10, that stripe on the rail, but I don't know how much good that does you, because Steven's just going to return the favor and leave you tied up, right? Are all the colors available for the T3 right now? They sure are, Rob. Shoot us a message or an email. You can email qsportslive@gmail.com.
Well, Paul, when you get to that point, let us know. The new year, if you're looking for one, T3.
What a shot from Johnny, who comes with the jump shot. Big moments here. Can he see the 7? If he can see the 7, he's playing it now. Come back and forth, shoot the 4 in the side. If he gets straight on the 4, it's over, folks. And I think he's good here. Back and forth. Just needs to hold his nerves. And just a little stop shot or a little draw. He's just going to play the stop. And then he'll just play a stop on the 5, and this is over. He's going to upset the champ here, folks. He's going to upset the defending champ, Johnny Pay-Pompey.
Nice match.
And super well done. Steven's not going to make him shoot that,
No.
is he?
No. Shaking hands. No?
He's making him shoot it. Let him finish it off. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Crowd goes wild. Johnny Pay-Pompey upsets Steven Holem. Johnny's going to play Clint Gamble in the B-side final, guys, but I think...
We'll reset.
Actually, we're only 27 minutes in. We can just leave it running. They should be up again right away. We'll see if they get ready to go right away. If they're going to take a little 10-minute break, then we will as well. We'll shut down and restart, but we'll let it run for a sec. Barbara wants to know how the Black Shaft compares to the Predator. If you're talking about the Revo, I think the Black is much better, tapered better, sounds better, feels better.
I'm the same opinion.
This should up his Fargo, yeah. Not as much as you would think, though.
No, he's got a lot of games in, so it's harder to...
Right. That's only going to really maybe a couple of points. Won't be a lot. If he had a one like 6-0, it'd be a lot. But 6-4, I don't think that's a big enough win to really change the Fargo too much. All right, so I'll leave you guys with Ryan for a minute. I'm going to go congratulate Mr. Pay-Pompey.
Yeah. Okay, we're ready to go. Clint wins the toss. We got Grant going to be sitting in here.
What's going on, everybody? I didn't think I would make it in today.
No,
But here I am. We're,
I didn't think so either with how nice it is outside.
yeah. Unfortunately, fortunately or unfortunately, I guess depending on how you look at it.
Both ways for you.
Yeah, I needed my partner to finish his job before I could do mine. And he didn't do his job, so I could not do mine. Colors available for T3 right now, asks Rob on YouTube. They are. You can find those colors on Facebook. They are under Thumper Q's.
Yeah, I think that might have been a question Ben answered a while ago. I didn't see that on YouTube, but yeah, all the colors are available.
Yeah.
You can check them out.
Hello, Brian and Dean. So this is going to be a really good match.
Yeah.
Clint has got some heart, but I'll tell you.
Disadvantage coming from that 9 foot back to this tight 7 foot.
Yeah.
It's cluttered.
A little bit. But I'd rather go from a 9 to a 7 than a 7 to a 9.
Yeah.
Table looks good here for Johnny. Nice shot. Gets a little unlucky with where that cue ball ended up.
Yeah, because he's at the 14 at the top of the table there. He could run into that.
The 15 ball up
Or
top
is that
here?
15? Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate these Cyclops colors.
Yeah, he's. Does he get the edge of 2?
There you go.
He must have the edge of that 2 ball.
He does.
And he's still okay.
He's got the one.
He's got the one. He can go float just up by the 10 ball, 5 ball top right. And the 6 ball top left hand corner.
Little shorts.
Oh, he did
Unless
play
that makes it past that 8 to the top right, then he might be okay.
It very well could be. And draw across short side on the left.
It does.
And he'll be okay. Just watch out for whatever that ball is, 14 or
I could draw straight
9
back.
or whatever that one is. Watch out. He's good. You just didn't want to land on top of that and hook yourself. Really nice run out. Well done. Johnny is playing really, really well. Yes and no, James. As much as I was supposed to go to work today, as I was just saying, I needed my partner to do his job before I could complete mine. And he was supposed to be there yesterday to do it. And I showed up there today, and he was there today doing it.
Yeah, it was a little cold yesterday.
It was a little bit cool. So I don't...
Although it was nice and in the sun, it wasn't too bad. But
yeah, he wasn't working in the sun, though,
No.
so I can't get angry for him for not going in yesterday. Although he could have told me this morning.
yeah.
Or yesterday,
Is that
for
your
that
one,
matter.
Is that your one way down south?
Yep. Not only south, but a lot west.
Down into my neck of the woods.
Yeah. I have to pack a lunch to go there. Well, hello from Germany. Thank you for tuning in.
Where is everybody tuning in from? We haven't asked that yet today.
Yeah. So Clint Gamble at the table.
Yeah, thanks, Joey. We figured that'd be a nice little touch.
Yeah, you
I
did that last year.
Yeah. I just added a few more pictures this year.
Jinx, you owe me.
Yeah.
That's 2 for you now.
Manitoba and Michigan.
And Rob's asking, what's the T3 price again? You're close. It's a touch closer to that number. But if you want clarification on it, Rob, just send us a message to the Q Sports Live page, and I'll get back to you. I'll let you know all the details.
Oklahoma. Lima, Peru. Scott is watching from.
Solution, if you hate cold and hot, is to move and work in Buenos Aires. Of course. Sign me up. I would go there all day long. So Clint at the table working on low ball. And I can't tell if the 5 passes the 11 to that left-hand side pocket, nor if the 7 passes the 8 to the top left. But the 2 ball is also an issue. Look out, 8.
Yeah, he's in trouble. Well, no, he's got the 3. I think, is that the 3 down here in the bottom right?
It is the 3, yeah. But now he's pretty much tied up. The
Yeah.
7 ball, the 2 ball, and the 5 is tough because of the position of where the 8 landed.
Sylvan Lake.
Yeah, he's in tough here. Can almost play safe if you go rail first. Rail first, connect with the 3 ball, leave the cue ball tied up behind the 13. That's the first place. Interesting choice. Is he going to bank the 5 ball?
I don't know what good that does him.
Well, it's one of the trouble balls. Oh, wow. That was awfully risky given the position of where that 8 ball was.
He would, if he had made that, he turned out sweet.
Very risky, but you know what? At this stage of the game, no risk, no reward. Kaylin says, by the way, hope all is well. May the balls ever roll in your favor.
Actually, we can get all you guys to click that share button, too, that got your volume on again. I know we dropped off quite a few viewers as we were waiting there because we didn't reset, but get everybody to click that share button for us again and invite some people back.
You bet. It is the B-side final. Russ Whittle sitting on the sidelines waiting in the hot seat. So fairly routine run from Johnny here. Got a little bit funny on both angles, whether he was wanting to get into that 15-13 or the combination on the 12-11. He still could take that combo. You got to watch the weight control. Very well done. Opts with the 15 instead. And this one's a little tricky. You got to watch the weight here. I think I'm going to play to the left side of center.
Yeah.
That'll put the 12 into the 11 and send the 12 ball down table, but you can't overhit.
He's playing it straight, looks like.
He is, yeah. I don't mind the combo because you can send the 12 up by the 5 ball, keeping it to the left side rail. But he's going to go a different pattern. Well, hello, Todd. Tuning in. Thank you again. So, Ryan, when you're at this shot, obviously you're taking the 10 ball. You're going to bump into that 2-12.
I don't think I bump into it. I draw back, play the other one on the side, try to get the angle.
Touchy shot.
Yeah. I don't want to bump balls if I don't have to.
I think he's going to move them. He didn't. Came up short on the angle.
That's the only thing.
Whatever ball that is,
You could
I
draw
think it's the 9 ball.
Foot lower than that and still be good.
Yeah. Oh, he hit that perfect.
Yeah. 3 rails around.
Put a lot of nice
He
checks
way
on.
underhit
Oh,
that.
yeah, well underhit.
Bank corner here. It's almost wired for the bank corner. Snap the truck down there. Oh, double kissed it.
Which actually turned out not too bad. He kind of got away with it. Probably going to see the safety.
Ben is no longer in the tournament. No. He left the bank.
He did. The back bank, top right-hand corner.
Got to watch the double kiss here, too.
Yeah, you almost have to hit this
You
with a
hit
left-hand
hard.
spin.
You have to hit this fairly hard. Well, he's told him he was hitting with left. Got a good ball, though. Cue ball,
He did, yeah. Nice play off the 7 ball. Wheaties, dude. You didn't eat them. Needed to eat more Wheaties on that 8-ball attempt prior to the bank. And Clint's in a really tough position here. So he is looking at the safety. And whether he just feathers off the bottom side of the 5-ball, little right hand spin on the cue ball and just check the side rail, or we put draw with right onto the bottom rail, back out off that side rail. Either way, very, very, very touchy shot. You could also go for broke, which is probably what I might do. I might just cut that 5 into that top left-hand corner. If the shot's just as hard as what the safety is, you've got to, and I don't mind him attempting that. The safety was just as hard as what that shot was, so I favor giving myself a chance at the table,
Yeah.
chance to win the game. Johnny Pompey going up 2-0 over Clint Gamble, playing well. Yeah, he definitely could have played that as a 2-way as well. If he would have drew that with a little bit of bottom right, tried to make the 5 into the corner and stick in behind whatever that ball was he was trying to get behind. If he missed, he's sitting good. If he makes, whatever other ball that was goes to the top right-hand corner.
Viewer advantage. One
Coming
more
up
match
quick.
after this.
Yeah.
You got to get in. Your
Gotta-
choice. $700. Any one of our suppliers.
Yeah, you got to be in to win this one.
Yeah.
$700 to spend it any way you like on any of our sponsors. Can't beat that.
Nope.
So if you're in Canada and you want in on that, qsportslive@gmail.com. If you are outside of Canada, just send a message to the Q Sports Live page, and I will get back to you with how you can get in to win.
Wide open table here.
Yeah, Johnny looking good again, so long as the 10 ball passes behind that 2. If not, he might break it out right here with the 15 ball. Just a little bit of a nudge, give himself shape on the 12 ball. Very well done. Potentially 2 more matches after this if it goes double dip.
Not sure he has enough. Or he's
Magoo's asking who's all left. Well, you're looking at the B-side final, and Russ Whittle is waiting in the hot seat. And so at the conclusion of this match, depending on who your winner is, it will revert back to the 9-foot table. And that'll be 9-ball on the 9-foot, race to 9. And depending on who wins that, it could revert back then to the 7
Yep.
foots. And that is the format of the Hooey Memorial. We are the second annual Hooey Memorial Tournament, which is 9-ball on the 9 foots on the A side, and on the B side, it's 8-ball on the 7 foots. So kind of a mix-up, which I enjoy. It kind of brings out...
Gotta have some extra skill.
Yeah, and you got to be able to switch gears and go from a 9 to a 7.
That's what he's looking at with that 8-ball.
That's a tight
don't
pocket.
I don't think he can make that.
I think you can make it. You just got to be dead on your shape. He's got a little wiggle room. Not much. He does have a little wiggle room. So we'll see if he tries to play straight shape or just bump the 7. Straight shape it is. Attempting. He made it a little bit difficult.
See, I may be like drawing off that rail down in towards that 8-ball. Or the 3.
I actually might have drew off the side rail into the 7. That gives the best straight-on shot.
Yeah.
Like the format is Jason Klatt here, asks Kalen. Nope, unfortunately Jason's not here. But the format is awesome. Kind of gives you both disciplines, and you really do get a lot more variety of players that are willing to come in and play, because it's not a straight tournament on a 9-foot table. If you prefer 7s, if you prefer the 9s, well, that's a simple solution. Stay on the A side.
Deborah, if you type in challenge.com/BHM19,
2019.
Is it 2019?
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be the direct link. Or you can type in under search on Challenge Barry Hooey Memorial 2019, and it will pop up.
And Barbara is asking, does the B-side winner have to beat the A-side winner twice?
Yes.
Yes, it is a true double dip. Why wasn't Magoo in it? Magoo is way out in eastern Canada, and this is in Calgary, Alberta. It was $1,000 added, $100 entry. We ended up with 46 players. First place getting $1,700. Second place is $1,070. Third place is $660. So that's the difference in money that these guys are playing for. The loser is going home with $660. The winner goes on to play for either $1,070 or $1,700.
Still not a bad payday for the loser.
I'll tell you what, for a weekend's worth of work, it's not a bad payday. Chris, you won't be disappointed with anything that Nick does. He is an absolute genius at the things that he comes up with, so you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, Nick's cues are pretty good.
You're always welcome here, Kaylin. She's saying, cool, I need to move to Canada.
Yeah.
We would welcome you with open arms. And Johnny at the table looking good again. Only issue I see for him is that 11 ball. can tag that off of, I think that's the 10 ball sitting underneath the 8 ball. Takes the 8 ball into the top left-hand corner past that 2 ball and just catch the underside of the 11, cause a little bit of separation between that 11-3. But you gotta watch your weight on this shot because you want to shape up, I think it's the 13 that's down there. Oh no, it can't be 13. 13's up here.
Yeah, no, he's got lucky there with the way they tied everything up.
Sure did. That now puts the 3 in a little bit of trouble. With that said, it may go rail first off that 10 ball. How's that for sneakiness? Like a thief in the night. Comes up with a sneaky little safety. Rob is asking, it's probably been said before, but do you guys have Calcuttas in these tournaments? Calcuttas in Canada are illegal.
So we have player
We have
meetings.
player meetings.
First place for the player meeting is 1340.
In Virginia, you guys are prepared for all eventualities. Good cameras, good angles, well done. Thank you, Virginia. Much appreciated. What a shot.
Well, I'm calling that though.
No, unfortunately not. Now it's time to see whether he can actually get this 11 with the work that he's got here. Look out. Overcooked it.
Might be okay there, I don't know.
Well, he might be able to play the 11 off the 3 into that right-hand side pocket. And a nice little draw shot to maintain shape on whatever ball that is. Maybe the 9 ball.
The 11 does not come down here.
No, it's got to play off the 3
Yeah.
into the side pocket.
Yep. But he did have the 11 into that top left corner if he got the right position on it. He's only got a thin edge to maybe jump that if he wants to.
That's exactly what he's looking at, is 11 off 3. It really is natural shape to draw down for whatever ball that is at the top, 13 or 9 or whatever it is there. And those are always really, really difficult to try to execute because you do have to account for the little bit of throw that happens off of the contact point. So you got to favor Clint here to go tie ball game. Interesting. I don't know if I'd have played that up and back,
No.
but it'll work. It goes past the 11, or you can thin it to the side. It was a little risky, but he got away with it. Indeed. 2-2. And we'll give a shout out here, one of our one of our sponsors. Yeah, one of our suppliers of real estate.
We got to tell him to supply us a house,
Yeah,
team house.
Right. Guys, it is the Mike Burton Home Team, one of the sponsors here at Q Sports Live. If you live in the Calgary or surrounding area and you are in the market for buying, selling, or in need of a mortgage, make sure you give them a call. They won't steer you wrong. They're the best in the business. Not business, business.
Ben's not still in. He went out in 13 to for 9 to 12 or something like that.
Yeah. And I will clarify that this is not Ben on the mic.
It's Grant and
It is
Ryan.
Grant. But don't feel bad, Magoo. Ben and I very, very often get confused.
And I have no idea how people do that, but
You know, if you're if you don't tune in quite often, I kind of see it. Like we sound similar, we have the same tone,
yeah, but your vocabulary you both use is totally different.
completely
right?
different vocab
Yeah.
for sure. I'm a little more slangy.
Yeah. Yeah, Ben lost to Carlos on the A side, and then lost to Steven on the B side.
That Steven guy. The sound is different once you're used to the voice, says James. Yep. And it's my commentary style is a little bit different than what Ben is. Ben is very, very technically knowledgeable.
Yeah.
So he can give you a little bit more accurate reading as far as mapping tables and so on and so forth. I'm a little more of the color guy. I like a little spice of what I do.
Yeah. Magoo, this is the B side final.
Yeah. And Russ Whittle's sitting in the hot seat. And it looks like they're going to take a quick little break. So we may as well let everybody know we are coming up on it. It is the Viewer Advantage Shopping Spree, $700 Canadian. Spend it any way you like. You can get anything on the Jacoby Custom Cues site, Jam Up Apparel, Thumper Cues, Brutal Game Gear, or JB Cases. It's a $700 shopping spree. You spend that any way you like. Spend it at once, spend it at two, spread it around to all of them. The choice is all yours. That draw is happening at the conclusion tonight. And if you do want in to win, $20 Canadian gets you the pack. qsportslive@gmail.com if you're in Canada. If you are outside of Canada, simply send a message to the Q Sports Live page, and I will get back to you and let you know how you can get in to win.
Nice break.
Spread wide open.
This shouldn't take too long.
Nope. It's a question of what do you like? I think I like highball. I don't like the starter shot on highball, but I think I prefer highball better.
Yeah, can see. Well,
Well, maybe, I don't know. It's a
I like-
toss-up. Shooter's choice. How's that? You know what? At second blush, maybe I like low ball.
yeah. Like it less now. Unless you can see that two ball.
Thank you, Scott. Scott Callentine. You're all very different, but a great stream voice. Ronnie. Ronnie says he's been writing down all the slang words.
Yeah. He came a little farther than he wanted, maybe there too.
Yeah. You might have to draw and just nudge the 8 out of the way here. But it's tough to judge, just like that. Tough to judge most times when we're facing the opposite way of the table that they're playing on, and the cameras being as far back as what they are.
Yeah, this is way behind us to the right from where we're sitting.
Yeah. Ronnie says, lots of knowledge of the game. Great to hear you guys. Thanks. We appreciate that, Ronnie. Yes, Kalen, BCA rules. And I don't think he quite got the angle on either one of those that he likes. But I mean, the whatever ball he's shooting there is close enough he can just stun over. Really good.
6 ball, I believe, maybe. It's hard to, with his glare from being that far back. You're normally not used to that.
Rodney, do left-handers have an advantage? I can't say yes or no. There seems to be something to left-handed players that just play extremely well. Right? You look at a guy like Russ Whittle. He's on the A side. He's a hot seat winner on the A side. He's a left-handed player. And most left-handed players that I've seen do have a very, very smooth stroke. But can I say it's an advantage?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Only depends
Although
on where the cue ball's
Kalen
left
just
on the
weighed
table.
in and said, of course we do, lefties rule, which is very indicative of the fact that Kalen is also left-handed. Oh, nice effort. Really, really tough shot there. He tried to use a lot of throw on that ball to try to hold shape. I don't know if he necessarily needed to. Let me see when Johnny's out of the way. That 8 probably, at least from our vantage point, looks like it passes the 12 into the same pocket as what he was shooting that 7 ball. So I don't think he needed to try to hold shape for that 8 to the side pocket.
It went.
How much does Nick's carbon shaft run? You know what? I'm honestly I'm not sure, Richard. But if you want anything from Nick, best thing to do is get a hold of him on Facebook. You'll find him under Nick's Q Innovations. Send him a message; he'll get back to you. Just let him know Q Sports Live sent him there or sent you there. And I really like what Johnny did there. Didn't try to overdo too much, more or less took what the table gave him. Typically when you try to overcook those shots or work in too much spin and angle to try to get perfect shape, that's when the table punishes you. Something like that. However, he does have the bank. He can still find a way out here. No troubles at all, Richard. Into the heart it goes. Really, really well struck. 8 ball top right hand corner to regain the lead.
No.
Oh, wow. That one was a bigger miss. Not typical of what you're going to see out of John Triple P.
He's been playing great.
Advantage to Clint Gamble. First time for him to take the lead in the match. Indeed he does. And it'll be John Triple P breaking off rack number 6. And if you are just tuning in, guys, we are live Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It is the 2nd annual Hooey Memorial. That's where we're at right there. And of course, if you are just tuning in, guys, you know what to do, and you know what I'm about to say. Help us out.
Send us money. No?
Not where I was going with that, but
that'll work, though.
Hey, you know what? I'm willing and able, but I was going to say
Probably something like share that stream for us.
Share the stream, yeah. But what the hell? Hey, if you feel like sending money, we'll take that too.
Yeah. And if you send us $20, we'll give you one of those Viewer Advantage tickets.
We will. That draw's coming up quick. If you want in to win, guys. We're getting short on it. It'll be done tonight following the event. Clint with a really nice wide open table here. Touchy shot, gotta control this. Or you can just time saver it, do the twofer. The 2-for-1 on that scenario works out just fine. Very interesting little angle here. Yeah, Johnny's got a lot of soldiers in the path. I can't tell the angle that he's got on this 3-ball. Do you go forward, split the window between 10, 11 with left-hand spin? Come back out maybe mid-table for this, whatever that ball is, 6-ball maybe. He just draws, again, taking what the table gives you.
A testy little shot here.
Mm-hmm. Richard is asking, so does Nick's shaft shoot similar to the Jacoby Black? I'll answer that this way. All of the carbon fiber shafts, regardless of who manufactured them, be it Jacoby, be it Mucci, be it Predator, Nick, they're all going to hit well. The difference makers and why we kind of chose the Jacoby Black as one of our sponsors. Number one, it's aerospace grade carbon fiber. There's only 2 that are using that. So when you look at cost per dollar, you get your money's worth out of what that is. On top of that, the Jacoby Black has a 12.3 mil tip with a pro taper. And when I compared the hit to any of them out there, it was my preference. So, not that Nicks don't shoot good. All of them are going to shoot good. They're a carbon fiber shaft. The transfer of power you get is insanely good. But I look at a cost for dollar, you get what you pay for. Clint with a rare open table miss gives Johnny a really good chance to square this up, and it looks like he's going to do just that. Nice little draw, 8 in the left side pocket. Oh, BJ's asking if your left eye and left hand, you have an advantage of the right eye, right hand. People that are opposite hand-eyed.
Well, that's you. You're left eye dominant, but you shoot right.
I'm extremely left eye dominant, but I am right-handed. And that, I can tell you, is a disadvantage. There is no advantage to having that scenario.
Hurts the neck.
It really does. And Barry Krause, how are you? It is not Ben and Grant on the mic. It is Grant and Ryan Epp. So to cap off my final points here for Richard, it's really going to be what you prefer.
Well, and see what I noticed with the Jacoby over, say, the Revo, is the Revo leaves fingerprints all over it. You do not get that on the Jacoby Black.
But that is part of that aerospace grade carbon fiber. I find with the Jacoby, even from a cleaning standpoint, you really don't have to clean the Jacoby Black because of that aerospace grade carbon fiber. I can't say that that's true for the Predator Revo.
No, you got those Revo wipes they came out with, those alcohol wipes. I've used one once on my Jacoby Black since I've had it. I've had it for months now.
Yeah, and I don't even need to. You don't even need to do that. I just grab a wet paper towel.
Well, yeah, no, I just happen to have one of those Revo wipes, so let's try it. But I didn't really need to. But
thank you, Jim Orzel. And for yourself and anybody that has sent in for that viewer advantage,
Ouch.
that hurts the ears. Sorry,
I
guys.
slammed my mic into the wall. That's all right.
I,
As long as at least it wasn't my head.
I would have preferred it been your head.
Probably.
Then my ears don't get
It
hurt.
would have been a little hollow sound. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then, we'd have heard like a gong.
Yeah.
And I totally lost my train of thought.
Jim bought 2 tickets.
Yes, so for yourself and anybody that has sent in,
Yes.
I will get those done as soon as this match is done. I will get caught up on those. Yeah, you do have to wipe chalk off, says James. The odd occasional time you'll have to wipe it off, but if you compare it to the Revo, there really isn't any comparison. Ever shoot with the Q-Tech carbon fiber, asks Guy. Indeed I have. I think I've probably hit with just about all of them. And again, it's not that the hit of any one is better than the other. They're carbon fiber. They're going to hit well. It's just a 12.3 mil tip, which lends itself to the tip size and style that I like, and a pro taper and aerospace grade carbon fiber.
I think the closest that I've found that hits close to the Jacoby, or that I like the Jacoby, is the BQ, but they are way more money.
Yeah.
For like $100.
Yeah. All right, so Clint Gamble at the table. We are tie ball game 3-3. This is the B-side final of the Barry Hooey Memorial Tournament here in Calgary, Alberta. Really nice looking table. Clint can regain his lead here. Everything goes. It's a matter of keeping control of that cue ball.
He's got a lot of angle here to.
James, I've pretty much switched over entirely. It doesn't matter the table size anymore. I use the Jacoby Black in this tournament, and I cannot be disappointed with how I played in this tournament and who I lost to. I went hill-hill with Kevin Osborne and hill-hill with Joe Spence. I heard if you're going from a wood shaft, use Q-Tech or Jacoby, less transition time.
I didn't have many. Ben didn't have much either.
Ben took to that thing like a duck to water. But it's still...
There's some adjustments.
There is, and I don't think it's really necessarily the deflection. I think it's a combination of both the deflection...
And how hard you can hit.
Yeah, and the transfer of power. And that's going to be true whether you're playing with a Revo, a Q-Tech, Jacoby, all of those types of things. But, I think it's more those two factors that come into play, because there is still a little bit of deflection even with a Jacoby shaft.
But like Kalen says there, it comes down to personal preference. I mean, some people are never going to want to switch to that carbon fiber.
Oh, there's you know what, I see comments all the time on Let's Talk About Pool and so on and so forth that there are those that just will not switch from a wood shaft.
That's when you got to get one of our Bob Danielson custom shafts.
Yep.
That SS360 is one of the best wood hitting shafts I've played with.
That I would agree with. Yeah. Kevin is asking, is carbon the future for shafts? I'm going to say probably. I won't say 100% for sure, but probably. And when you look at any other sport, no matter what it is, there's always
advancements.
Yeah, there's advancements in technology, and right now the carbon fiber shaft is the newest advancement in pool. And Is it here to stay? Based on a few factors, I would think yes. Really nice run out from John Pay-Pompey. Very well done. And once again, guys, I'm going to throw up the viewer advantage here again. Only reason I'm throwing it up so much is we're coming down to the end of it. That will be done at the conclusion of this event. It is a $700 Canadian shopping spree, and that can be spent at any of our not suppliers, our sponsors.
Yes.
So that can be done at Jacoby Custom Cues, and it doesn't have to be just on the black shaft. It's $700. Spend it how you want. Spend it on one. Spend it on all. Spread the money around how you want. That's all your call. So it is $20 Canadian to get it in it to win it. qsportslive@gmail.com if you are in Canada. Outside Canada, send a message to the Q Sports Live page, and I'll let you know how you can get in to win.
I got to mute the mics for one quick sec, guys. You'll hear the sound go off. Sorry, Grant and I just had to talk about all you viewers for a second in private.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
I think you're fibbing, but that's my opinion.
We're saying you guys should share the stream a little more.
Yes, get on it. Help us out. Very, very simple thing to do. There's a little share button down to the bottom left. Click on that. You can share that to your personal page or any of the pool groups that you are associated with. Invite your friends, families, enemies.
Yep,
we'll entertain anybody.
You can share it on your friends' timelines.
Oh, wow. Really nice attempt from Johnny to play that in off.
You could hear us. What did I happen to say then? So I added for our next viewer advantage choice, maybe a couple more choices. We'll see.
Yes.
You can donate it to Grant or I.
And Clint Gamble at the table. These guys seem to be going forth and back.
Yeah.
Back and forth, forth and back.
And see, is this still open or what's?
I think it is still open. No, yeah, it is, because Johnny tried the in off. No time saver there, but that'll still work. I think that's the 15 ball. The glare on here, and this is why the glare is here, guys. Usually, as you're accustomed to, we don't typically have the glare. However, the camera is
20 feet back of the table or close to that.
Yeah. And there's a Christmas tree with lights that is kind of
messing with things.
Messing with the camera a little bit.
He kind of lost that there. Lost the cue ball a little bit, but he's still good.
Clint misses with the... Yeah, I don't think that's going to really do anything. It's the glare from the Christmas tree lights that is messing with the lights.
Unplugging that Christmas tree. Bah humbug. Till the end of the day.
Kurt Smith on YouTube says, my tip shaping was really important with the carbon shaft. And you are correct. So Johnny now has a choice here. I think the 7 goes off the rail off 13. So I'm pretty sure he can make this shot. Take the 5 ball first. Come back out center table. Just below center table. And he's got that 7 in off.
We'd love an overhead camera, Kalen, but the lights are always too low. There's not a camera that can get the whole table.
Yeah. We've experimented with it, and I mean the jury is out on, that cue ball did not end in an ideal position for Johnny. Going to be a little hampered by this 11 ball, but the jury's still out on whether people like that overhead camera or not.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of it. I don't mind it, depending on the shot and the scenario and so on and so forth. I don't think it's a view I would normally leave up for any extended amount of time. But if there's kind of one of those really tight shots, I really like being able to take the viewing into that shot.
Yeah.
So Johnny bumped that 11 ball, and it kind of caused him to change his pattern here, but he's done well with it. Really, really, really nice shot there. Bumps that 11 out of the way. He's in clean on this 8 ball. And is this the first 2-point spread of the game?
Yep.
Oh.
No, it's not. Not yet.
The commentator's curse. I should know better. Shouldn't have said nothing. I know better than that. My curse is too strong. And yes, James, I already know what you're gonna type.
John did get lucky, though. Didn't leave anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a pretty easy hit with that 8 ball hanging in that corner from almost anywhere on the table, unless he ties them up dead buried somewhere.
I knew that was coming.
Mark, best way to shape a layered tip. Do you have a belt sander? No, just get a tip shaper. It's the easiest. There's a few different models you can get out there.
Yeah, I like the brass one.
Ultimate tip tool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I got. Then I do have that plastic one too that's got the sandpaper in it.
Well, Clint's in a little bit tough here. Even going one rail, he'd ideally like to connect onto, I think it's the 13 ball sitting there. Call the 13 for sure. But ideally, he'd like to connect onto that 13. The problem is I think it's the 9 ball maybe. Kind of makes getting into that hit really tough. And if you don't put Johnny in jail here, even if you manage to hide up table, maybe you hit the 11, he kicks really, really well.
This is the B-side final. Winner of this plays Russ Whittle in the championship match. Nope. We got.
Well, I guess if you're gonna miss like John just did.
Yep. There's your first 2-game advantage now.
Is this the final match? Says Mama.
That's what I just said.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Said no. Said the winner of this plays Russ Whittle.
And potential double dip.
Yeah.
It is a true double dip scenario here at the leather pocket.
This is sort of back where the camera's sitting, is way up back from the table.
And right to the right-hand side of that, you see the coat hooks on the wall. This is the Christmas tree that I was talking about. I don't know if Ryan can get there.
I can go this way.
No.
Well, we'll give him a quick tour. No, we can't go that way. That's the end of it. Got to go the other way.
Just to the right of there. But that's why you see the glare is because of that Christmas tree that was just to the right of there. The light shining on it are a little bit tough. Yeah, it was a really good effort for sure. We want the tour. The problem is even where the PTZ is, there's the Christmas trees in the way. There's a couple of posts and things in the way.
Support
Where
beams,
yeah, really, as much as I'd love to give you the tour, you'd be mostly looking at posts and beams and a
well,
lit up
we can
Christmas tree.
after we're done this rack here, I can give you a tour of the 9-foots anyway.
Sure. Yeah.
As you can see when I zoom back out, that's all the 7-foot diamonds on that side of the room. 9-foots are on the other. And they got 6 valley bar boxes as well. 8 7-foot diamonds, 8 9-foot diamonds, and 6 valley bar boxes. Oh, did that roll in the way?
Tough table. Tough layout. There is definitely work to be done no matter which way you go. 3's hampered if you're going to go low ball. 5 ball, not ideal, although the 7, I think that leads you to it. I think that's the 7 ball. Can't tell if that's a solid or a stripe.
It's Clint causing the glare.
It's,
every time
yes.
just because he's so big, he's blocking out the light.
He is a very tall fella. Scott is saying their stream is great compared to others. They are very dark and a lot of shadows.
Oh, thank you.
Indeed. And I mean, the cameras that we do use are pretty high end. The normal cameras that we have are 2 Sony 4K cameras. The PTZ in which we're viewing now is a
worth almost 4 of the other one. Yeah.
yeah, it's pan, zoom, and tilt, and what a nice shot there. And it's the expensive one. And I think one of, and correct me guys if I'm wrong, one of the things in which we attempt to do more so than most others is to interact with our viewing audience, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. It's one of the things that we, by design, try to do, which is be very interactive.
Yeah, that's the fun for us is interaction with you guys. The more you guys comment and involved, keep us entertained. And
I'll be very, very... Oh, I thought he was going to connect with the 5 ball. Yeah. Instead, rattles it. So still some work to do for Johnny.
Yeah. I might bank that 9 right now.
No, I don't think I'd bank the 9. That opens up that 5 ball, 3 ball. That puts put Clint in control.
If you're looking, it's tough to get shape. It doesn't go anywhere. You have to bank it, and he's almost set up ideal right now. Although I love to bank too.
Yeah, but you can always set yourself up for that bank at the end. I think I'm going to get rid of all the traffic before I attempt that bank shot.
Although if I have ball in hand, I'm almost putting it right where it is to bank that.
I'm going to do exactly what Johnny's doing here. I think he's going to try to bump the 14 here. He tried it. Yeah, thanks, Barbara. Nice compliment. The interaction and knowledge puts you all above and beyond the other streamers and commentators. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And again, I think it's more the commentary style. I
Like
think
that.
when we first tried to kind of put this together, at the very, very start, we tried to give 100% accurate, this is what to do, and this is where the cue ball is going, and this is how you're supposed to hit it. But the more you kind of acclimate to the style of everybody having their own style, you really have to give the options, because there's always more than one way to shoot a ball, whether it's bottom, top, left, right, a combination thereof.
He was trying to run into it.
He was. So it's, again, Ryan, it's still not terrible. As you said, you can still bank whatever ball that is, the 9 ball.
Yeah.
The run out is still there.
He can actually draw down into it right now if he wants. But
I'm
that's a
going to
big
now.
bounce.
I don't know if I like him doing it at this point.
Do you call safe and sink that and try to draw in behind the 8?
No, but he's got to get there. He's got to get on the other side, or he can bank corner.
Yeah.
Right? I prefer the side bank like you were going to do, and apparently so does Johnny. But he had to do exactly this, because in order to make that bank shot and finish, you want to be on the top side of where the 8 is. Just a touch short. So these diamond tables, they tend to shorten up a lot on a bank shot. And not that Johnny doesn't know that or acclimate to it, but it's really tough to gauge that how much it shortens up at times.
Yeah. Well, Clint will be within one game of going to the hill.
Mm-hmm. And I know Johnny's probably kicking himself a little bit there, because he had the opportunity to kind of put the match away. And anytime that you can kind of put the squeeze on and end the match, keep your foot to the gas and get the job done. And I know that's what Johnny wanted to do there. However, he still does have another crack at it.
Last game's the hardest to win.
Well, they say the first and the last.
Yeah.
The first one to get on the board is a hard game. And once you're on the hill, that last game is also or can be elusive.
Oh, no, there's the scratch.
Well, and if this ends up being an open table, we could go hill-hill. And it is
Oh,
a
man, you can
very
work that
open
out.
table.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This is really, really, really nice.
Do you take high ball now with it surrounding the 8 ball?
100%.
Clear those out? Yep.
I actually play the 13-14 sitting at the top here first.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of different options for that cluster down there.
See, and I
But
might-
trying to play shape onto the right side of 13-14 is the most difficult shot, in my opinion. So I'm going to get rid of that first. That would be the very first thing I do.
Yeah, and I just stepped away to take a look at the table directly, and yeah, he's going your route down here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
John,
this does pass the 8 going up here. I just took a look at.
Yep.
Can't see what number that's.
10 ball.
10 ball or 12 ball does go by the 8 to the top left. And I think both those. This one goes through too.
Rick is asking if John wins, is it over? John is on the hill.
Yep.
So if he wins, he will take the match. But this is just the B-side final. We have Russ Whittle waiting in the wings. He is the A-side winner. The hot seat, as it's known.
He wouldn't be my pick on the 9 foot, but
Nope. But he's played
Oh,
extremely
yeah,
well.
He has. I did expect him, if he got to the B side, to come running through it because he's one of the best bar box players there is.
You bet. Yeah, and I like what Clint's doing here. He's clearing out the toughest shot, and this is why I would have played the way that he is shaping up the 13 and 11 ball is the hardest shot on the table because you have to play it to the right side.
Yeah.
So when you got ball in hand, I look at a couple of different things, but what's the toughest shot on the table? If it's an open table, what's the tough shot? Where do I need to get rid of first? because he's got obviously a lot of different options that he can go at with that cluster down there. A little bit tight, but he'll be able to work it out. Oh, it was a little tighter than what I thought because he really put a lot of juice on that ball, tried to throw it in. How is ACS and BCA different on scratching on the break? Asked Stacy.
ACS is ball behind the line. BCA is an open table.
Anywhere on the table.
Yeah. It's the only two different, basically the only two different rules.
So advantage for John. A little bit of traffic to work out with that 3-6 ball, I believe it is. And that's a really nice shot.
Yep. Smart opens that up.
Yeah, and anytime that you're going to try to play safety, and this is what I really like about John's game, is if he's going to play a safety, he wants it to be to his advantage, right? So you break up a cluster or you put things in a position that benefit you while locking up your opponent. Right, and he traveled just enough past that 6 ball where Clint, I don't think, can get square onto that 11 ball. But even if you got square onto that 11 ball, there's options there. He's got the 2 into the left-hand side pocket, the 7 ball back up top. And unfortunately, Clint clips that 6 ball in an attempt to get down there. Rick's asking, going to a tournament in Iowa next month, and I think Jesse Bowman will be participating. Are you guys familiar with Jesse, or have you ever played him? I would say Ben Francis would know Jesse, and more than likely has played him. But I myself, I'm not familiar.
I am not either. I just checking on Facebook. See if because I didn't recognize the name, unfortunately.
Oh, look out, Johnny. He gets really, really close to the work. He is going to have to play this 3-7 combo. And like a champ, he one-times it.
8's going to be tough.
8 is a little bit tough, for sure. But if he goes back up on top for the 6 ball, look out 9. He doesn't want to be hampered here.
He's good.
Yeah, so 6 ball bottom left, back and forth across the table. He's going to need angle on this 5 ball. So you can either leave angle by leaving the cue ball on the far right side of the table, cut that 5 ball into the top left-hand corner, float the cue ball over just about where the 10 ball is. That 8 will cut into the same pocket.
That 8 will go on this right-hand side, too, if he comes below it. I just took a look. That's maybe a little more angle than he wanted.
It still works.
Yeah.
Right, he can push straight across into the 10 ball. And I'd really be aiming to push into this 10 ball. I don't shoot the window here. Too many things can go wrong. I'm really going to concentrate on putting the cue ball into that 10 ball. Just like...
Or you play the window.
Or you play the window by just missing the 10 ball. Is the final match an extended race, is asking Matt. No, it's a double dip. So if Johnny makes the 8, there it is. Johnny Pay Pompey victorious over Clint Gamble by a score of 6-4. And we will be doing a quick shutdown restart, I believe, Ryan?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, and we'll be back, guys.
Set up for the championship match on the 9-foot.
On the 9-foot table, it is Russ Whittle, John Pay Pompey. They'll be doing battle next, guys. Don't go away. It's going to be a match you won't want to miss.
We'll be back in about 10 or 15 minutes. I think John will probably want to hit some balls on the 9-foot.
100% he will.
So if you are new to Q Sports Live, make sure you've gone and liked our Facebook page. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. That'll notify you when we go live again. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be right back.
We'll see you back here in a few.